And you can massage that lower back out. And just feel good to be on the floor. Sometimes. Right, we're going to lay down the whole workout today, so that automatically makes it easier. So as you're rocking side to side, you can even do kind of small circling motions if you wanted to, if that feels good to your back. You can go both directions, either way. Let me get my stopwatch ready. And then you'll hug your right knee to your chest, left leg will be out straight, and we're going to go side to side there. So just nice and easy, trying to stretch out as much as you possibly can. Pointing that toe, if you needed to have one foot down, you can. Make sure that you're starting to think about bracing your core so you're keeping that lower back down, because we're going to need that core today. So just nice and easy. Stretching out those hips, stretching out those legs. We're going to go 2 more. Here's 1. Here's 2, then we're going to get those hamstrings going, and we'll have one leg up, doesn't matter which one, grab behind that hamstring and going side to side. Woo! And if your hamstrings are really tight, you can go a little bit slower. Mine are a little bit tight today. Nice thing is you don't have to use your hamstrings today. So that's always good. So we're still thinking about keeping that lower back down, keeping your core tight. If your back was hurting, you could have one foot down. It's up to you. We're going to go about 1 more to each side. Then we're going to relax our legs down, and we're going to go into some core bracing. So we're going to start with our feet down on the floor. You're going to press your lower back down, core is nice and tight, and you're just going to start with a nice, easy marching motion. So the goal on this is to focus more on your core than your legs, right? So your hips are down, your lower back is down, and we're just adding our legs just to get your body ready to core brace and move your body. How cool is that? So you don't have to hold a crunch on this. If you like holding a crunch with your core bracing, you can. It's really up to you. We're going to go 1 more to each leg. Then you're going to bring both legs into tabletop. Okay, so when we're in that tabletop position, you've got to pull in on that core a little bit more. You're going to do a nice big inhale in. Exhale, you're going to extend and kick both legs up. Nice, easy inhale, coming back. So your goal is to try to get those legs as straight as possible, pointing your toes, squeeze, and back, right? You don't need to go fast. You want to try to really lengthen those legs out as much as you can. And when those legs go up straight, it's going to make you pull from those lower abs. So we're getting a full core effect here. And your goal is to try to get those legs as straight as possible. And your hamstrings might not like that. That's okay. We don't care. Okay, just nice and controlled. And then on your next motion, you're going to keep those legs up. And you're just going to do a small wide motion. So legs will come apart and back. So it's only about the width of your mat. It's not huge. It's not crazy. You want to keep those legs straight and still pay attention to your core, right? So we're waking our obliques up a little bit here. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed, right? And we're still breathing, right? It's a good sign if you're starting to burn during warm up, right? So we got about 10 more seconds here. And then we're going to go into some more core bracing moves. So we got 3, here's 2, here's 1. We're going to slowly bring those legs down. So legs are staying down, hands are behind our head. We're going to go into our slow and controlled crunch. So really keeping those elbows wide. You're going to exhale, crunch up, push that back down. Nice and easy coming back. So try not to pull on your neck on this. If you're using your core and lifting with your core, you might even already be shaking. And that's okay. That doesn't mean you're weak. That just means you're really isolating and working those muscles, right? So a lot of times people think if their muscles are shaking, that means they're not very good at it or they're weak, when actually just means you're really working those muscles correctly, right? You're really isolating that movement and making your core do the work. So that's why your core is shaking, because you're not cheating. But if your abs don't shake, that's okay too. Mine always shake though, obviously, because I got perfect form. I mean, duh. Okay, so our next motion, we're going to hold our crunch, and you're going to bring your right leg, oh, I better do my right leg. Right leg is going to be in that tabletop. We're just going to extend out and then bend back. So you're just extending out and then bending in. Extending out and bending in. So make sure that your lower back is staying down, right? You're up in that crunch. You're just going to bend and extend. Bend and extend. So we're moving our leg. We're not moving our body, right? I guess the leg's part of your body. So we got about 10 more seconds here, and then we're going to switch legs. So just nice and controlled. Keep that core braced. If your neck starts to hurt, you could put your head down. It's up to you. You're gonna do 2 more. And then our right leg is gonna come down, left leg is up, and we're gonna go right into that left side. So we're extending and bending, right? So a lot of our moves today are gonna be a lot of core bracing, and we're gonna be moving our legs a lot. So get used to this, right? Get used to those abs burning, get used to those legs burning, because we're all gonna use it together. We got about 15 seconds. And then we're gonna get rolling on another warm up, right? We gotta build into that core. So 2 more, here's 1, here's 2. We're gonna bring those legs down. So we're gonna get a little bit meaner with our warm up. You're gonna have both legs in tabletop, head staying down, we're bracing our core. Exhale, we're gonna have one leg come down, inhale, it comes back, right? So we've done this move before. We're doing alternating tabletop moves. So this is where you're focusing on your core. You do not have to touch your foot to the floor, right? And if you need to do smaller movements, that's okay. You're going side to side. So when your leg goes down, your core should be tightening up even more. Okay, you're gonna go 1 more to each side, and then we're gonna have both legs go down together. So exhale down, inhale, come back. Your goal is to keep a 90-degree in those knees that whole time. So the closer you get to the floor, the harder it should be, right? If you're whipping your legs up and down and touching the floor, you're probably not bracing that core. So just nice and controlled. Make sure you're breathing. We're gonna do 2 more. And then you're gonna keep those legs in tabletop. And you're gonna bring your hands behind your head, and we're gonna turn this into a double crunch. So head starts down, we're gonna let our legs come down like before. You're gonna slowly bring those legs in, lift into a crunch. Slowly bring your head down, peel apart, right? So nice and controlled, nice and slow. Only let your legs go down as far as you feel like you can brace, right? And you wanna make sure you're not pulling on that neck. Make sure that you're just going slow and controlled, and it should be burning you up pretty well right now. Right, we're almost done with warm up. What? Oh yeah. So we're gonna do 3 more. So we're coming back and up. If you can't go at the same pace as me, that's okay. I got 2 more left. Okay, and whatever number on, they'll make this one your last one. You're gonna relax and just hug those knees to your chest and just kind of massage that back out for a second. So we're gonna kind of build ourselves up to this move, or our moves today. So hands are behind your head. You're gonna have your right leg in tabletop. And what you're gonna do here is you're just gonna crunch over with your left elbow, okay? So we're just crunching over and back. Right leg is gonna stay in tabletop. So we're gonna be adding to this move as we go. So we got about 10 seconds until we add to it, okay? So we will not be switching sides for a little while. So now as you crunch over, you're gonna kick your right leg up, extend your left arm, and then come back. So you'll crunch, extend, come back and down. Crunch, extend, and back. So when you're extending, you're kicking that leg up straight, you're straightening that arm, and then coming back. Okay, crunch and extend, and back. Crunch and extend, and back, right? Keeping that core tight, make sure you're breathing. Okay, and on this next one, you're just gonna keep that arm and leg straight, and they're coming across and back. So you're kind of holding into that crunch. You're crunching over with it. Your arm and leg are straight. You're coming apart and back, okay? So make sure you're supporting your head with that right arm, right? Your abs should be burning. We've got 15 seconds, and then we're gonna go into a pulse. So keeping the arm and leg as straight as possible. Okay, we got 2 more. And then you're gonna keep that right leg up, and you're gonna do a mini crunch. You're trying to reach up to those right toes with your left hand. It's a mini crunch. You're lifting, 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 lifting. Okay, keep reaching up. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna relax down. Left leg's in tabletop. We're going right elbow, left leg. So we're just crunching over. There's no extending yet. We switch sides. But now, you know what to expect with this move, okay? Nice and controlled. Keep breathing. The hard part is we switch legs, but you don't switch abs. So your abs are just, they're burned out. And that's good, okay? Strong core is what that means. So now we're gonna add our extend. We're gonna crunch, extend, come back, and down. Crunch, extend, back, down. There's those abs. Crunch, extend, back, down. I guarantee you'll feel this the next couple of days. And that's really what good ab work is about, right? You want that lasting tightness in that core, right? Core awareness. Okay, you're doing a great job. On this next one, we're going to be doing our straight arm and straight leg. You're coming back and crunching across. Back and across, right? Back and across. Try to keep the arm and leg as straight as possible, right? You're still thinking about core bracing every time you crunch. You really push that back down, right? We're burning up. I'm burning up. I don't know about you, but I love a good ab burn. We got 10 seconds, and then we're going to pulse, okay? Nice and controlled. We've got 2 more, and we're going to keep that left leg up, and we reach and reach and reach. So your goal is to try to stay up off those shoulder blades as much as you possibly can, right? You're reaching up, and that's what makes this move so nasty. Okay, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Whoa, right? Okay. Let those abs relax for a second. So our next move here, you're gonna have both legs up straight, okay? And you have the option. If you want your head down, you can. I'm gonna be up in a crunch. It helps me brace my core, and we're gonna build into this move. Okay, so if both legs up hurts your back, you're gonna have 1 foot down and 1 foot up. Okay, if you can do both legs, we're gonna start with just that leg motion like we did during warm up. You're going wide and back. Okay, so keeping those legs nice and straight. Okay, if you have 1 foot down, you're still going wide, just don't go too wide, okay? Nice and controlled. Remember, head can be down if your abs are really spasming up. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna add to it. You're gonna go wide, you'll come back, you're gonna lower your legs as much as you feel you can. You'll go wide, come back, and lift up. So on this, you've gotta pay attention to that core. Don't feel like you have to bring your legs all the way down, okay? So pay attention to what your back is doing. The lower your legs get, the harder it is. So if you have back pain, don't go that low, right? But keep those legs straight. Make sure you're controlling, especially when those legs come up. Don't just use your hips to roll yourself up, right? Use your core to lift those legs. Don't just swing those legs up, okay? It's slow and controlled. If you're doing 1 leg at a time, go ahead and switch. If you're doing both legs, you keep on cooking. And see how big of a range of motion you can do, right? Can you go way low? Maybe. Ooh, going way low, wake up your abs even more. Right? Nice and controlled motions, right? Try to stay consistent where you can, right? So don't feel like you have to go so low that your back is arching, right? I don't care how low you go. We're gonna go 1 more each way. Here's 1, and down, here's 2, and relax. All right, so we're gonna do some roll-ups, and as we go through this move, we're gonna add steps to it. So on this move, your goal should be to add as many times as you can. If you feel like whatever move we're on and you don't think you can add on, that's okay, stick to where you are. So we're gonna start with your basic roll-up, where your legs are out straight, and you're gonna roll up tall and come back. Okay, so on the basic roll-up, if this is a challenge for you, you could put something in your hand and act like you're throwing it forward. That'll help you get all the way up. Okay, but otherwise we're rolling up and back, and we're gonna add to it in about 10 seconds here. Okay, so during these moves, if you don't want to add, you do not have to. So if you're adding, you're gonna roll up, bring your left leg up, you'll catch it, come back down. So make sure you roll up and then bring a leg up, okay? So if that feels like too much for you, just stick with the regular roll up. Okay, make sure when you're rolling up and adding that leg, you roll up before your leg comes up. Otherwise, you're making it real mean on yourself. Okay, so same thing. You can stick right here, or if you can, you're gonna roll up and bring both legs up. Both legs would come down, you would come down. You'd roll up, both legs, come down, roll up, both legs, come down, come down. Okay, so remember, you don't have to advance this move if you don't feel like you're ready for it. That's perfectly okay. All right. And if you're ready to add to it, as you roll up, you're gonna bring your legs up into a V up, and you'll come apart. So you'd be doing a V up here as your final challenge. Okay, the hardest part is making sure that those legs come down nice and slow. Don't just let them slam to the floor. Okay, we have 15 seconds, and then we're done with these. Okay, you're doing a great job. Woo-wee. We're gonna feel these for a couple days. Let's do 2 more. Here's 1, coming down. Here's 2, coming down, and relax. Okay, I gotta even look on here, see what we got. Okay, so next one we have, your knees are gonna be bent, your feet will be flat on the floor the whole time. You have 3 moves we're gonna rotate. So you're gonna tilt your knees to the side, you'll lift into that crunch, come back to the middle, lift, go to the side, lift. Okay, so you got 3 different crunches, we're just gonna rotate that. So when you're crunching, no pulling on that neck, keep those elbows wide. Ready? And go. So you'll crunch up, you'll come down, tilt those knees to the right, crunch, come down, come back to the middle, crunch, down into the side, crunch. Okay, so you're just rotating through those 3 steps, kind of 4 because you do the middle twice, but go at a pace that feels good to you. Keep those elbows wide. When we go to the side, we're working those obliques, right? We're working down that waist. Waist whittlers. Okay, nice and controlled. Pushing the back down. Make sure you're breathing. And you're doing great, right? And it feels great. Of course it does. Everybody loves a good ab workout. So we've got about 15 seconds. Then we go to our next move. Right, we're just blazing on through this workout today. It feels that easy too, I'm sure, I can tell. So it's nice and controlled. You can do it, I promise. Go ahead and go 1 more each way. So side, middle, side, and relax. So next one, we're going back to a core bracing move. You're gonna have both your legs in tabletop. Hands are behind your head. So this time when you crunch up, you're gonna lower one leg down and you'll come back and you're gonna alternate sides. So you're crunching as your leg lowers. If you needed to modify, just do 1 leg at a time and keep 1 foot down. Okay, so you'll crunch and lower and come back. Since you're adding a crunch, it's easier to get that leg a little bit lower because it's helping you brace your core. But you could have lots of muscle fatigue going on right now because we've been doing abs for almost 20 minutes. Okay, so do what you need to do. Modify if you need to, that's okay. Try not to pull on that neck. Keep it in a range of motion that works for you, right? Don't try to do what I'm doing. I won't try to do what you're doing, okay? And we got 10 seconds. Then we're gonna go both legs. So if you're modifying, you'll switch when we do both. So 1 more to each leg. And then we're gonna go into both. So as you crunch, both legs will come down, you'll come up. Okay, so if you were modifying, you'll have 1 foot down and you'll go one side at a time. Okay, you're just doing your other side. So again on this, the crunch makes your legs go a little bit lower. Don't feel like you have to touch the floor. Your abs should be burning. Burning. Okay, we got 10 seconds left in this move. And then we're getting close to being done. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. And you'll relax. Okay, hug those knees to your chest, rock side to side for a second. So our last move today, we're gonna do core bracing just like that, what we just did, but our legs are gonna be up straight. So if you can, you're gonna have your hands behind your head, you'll crunch, lower the leg, come back, crunch, lower your other leg. So again, if you're modifying, you just have 1 foot down on the ground, you're focusing on 1 leg at a time. Okay, you'll crunch, don't worry if your leg comes all the way down. Smaller motions are easier to control. Try to keep those legs straight. I know your abs are tired. My abs are tired too. Okay, and on this one, you're gonna feel a lot through your lower abs. Okay, and that's normal because they're helping hold your legs up. So we got 1 more to each leg. Okay, so keeping those legs up. If you're modifying, you're gonna switch legs. If you're with me, you're gonna have both legs. You'll crunch, legs come down, you come down, then come up. So you kind of want it to be a fluid movement. As you crunch, they're lowering. When your head comes down, they come back, okay? So going as low as you feel you can, brace that core, keep it tight. My goodness, are we burning? Okay, you're doing a great job. We got 20 seconds, and we are gonna finish with a hold, okay? Remember, if you're modifying, you can do one leg at a time. Okay, you're almost there. Nice and controlled. You're gonna crunch and lower either one leg or both legs as low as you can. Brace that core, elbows are wide. You're breathing. You're trying to make yourself shake, right? Shake, shake, shake. We got 10 seconds left of our workout here. Okay, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. There you are. Little Friday fire. Ugh. Your hair will look that good too.